listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, 9/29/23. How are we? Good. A little better than yesterday, but still here. Yep. And, did a lot of thinking. In the time that I'm going to be here, even if it goes past next April, I am going to try. I am going to try my hardest to do what I think is the right thing to do. Tonight, I'm going to show you some video clips of UFOs, of course, and people in the field saying some things, and we'll go over some newsworthy stuff. Some things are happening, but, it doesn't mean disclosure's on the way. I'm sorry, but a lot of these people are just thinking disclosure is coming. It is so weird. It's so weird. You ever notice how it's 9 times out of 10, it's always somebody new. Usually, people don't keep going to the well and saying, well, disclosure is going to happen within 12 to 18 months. Then it doesn't happen. And then usually they don't come back and say, yeah, disclosure is going to happen within 6 months. 6 months, They don't do that. Usually. But in this case, we've got people that will do it and continue to say disclosure is on the way. And that is a bold-faced lie. It's wishful thinking, it is. Hell, they think they know. See, that's the thing. They talk to people who tell them things that they want to hear. Hey, Corbell, come here. Psst, want to tell you something. You're that UFO guy, right? Yeah. I know some things that we could crack this thing wide open. Please tell me more. I know where the aliens are buried. I know where they keep the ships. And I know where they came from. Would you be willing to testify in front of Congress? Yes. Did you ever work for the government? Yes. Did you ever have top secret clearance? Let me just tell you something. I not only had top secret clearance, but I had top secret clearance. See? So you're special. I'm special. Will you say disclosure's coming soon? Within a year. This in just from Corbell. Corbell and Knapp on Weaponized say disclosure is happening within a year. Where does he get this shit from? That's how it happens. Roll call, everybody. Let's get this show started tonight. We'll go over more of that and how I plan. Same ideas I had before, but now we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. Get away. Dorothy Hawkins with a $2 super dono. Welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins throwing it down as per usual support. It's been over a year now, isn't it? More than a year. Yeah, I think we established that a month or so ago. I'm not sure. But thank you, Dorothy. You're really sweet. Dorothy and I don't see eye to eye on everything. Doesn't mean we can't be brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? And it's never that bad. It's never that bad to stay mad. You know what I mean? I'm going to be me. You be you. And everybody's going to be themselves. It's okay to be who you want to be. I just happen to be in front of a microphone with a podcast. So I get to, say it out louder. Anyway, if you want to help support Goofon's Truthology for UFOlogy tour, you can do so just like Dorothy did with the super chat, a super dono, a super sticker, or even PayPal or Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Hey, I thought we said... Oh, Truthology for UFOlogy. For you! All right. Calm down. Paula Faust is here. Welcome to the show. There he is, the man, the mystery, the myth, the legend. David Wilcox, not Wilcock, UK. Hey, the UK's gone. Samo, Goofonian, Rockstar. What do you say there, Chief? Rachel Ann, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. Good. Helen, hi. Good to see you. Ray Clay, 2. Welcome to Goof On. Intergalactic Angler. Tony, welcome. SoCal Squatcha. What do you say there, baby gorilla? Fee-fi fo fly. Feedy-foddy fo. Flea fly. What's up, man? How you doing? Metalhead. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Metalhead's here. Why, oh, why, fools? For some reason, I get a Lou Elizondo vibe from Why, oh, why, fools. Does anybody think Why, oh, why, fools is Lou Elizondo? You see that little sock puppet he's got there? You see? He's taunting us. Why, oh, why, fools? That's Lou Elizondo's sock puppet. I'm joking. Am I? Nah. That'd be funny if it was him. Moonlicht, welcome to the show. And he's welcome here. He's busted. See? I knew it. Mr. Sock Puppet. I love that profile pic. It's a good one. It's very funny. Anybody who's in the field knows how funny that really is. Holy caholy, paholy, jamali, moly, wow. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. I'm only assuming because you were gone for a while with the message you left me on PayPal for $50 saying, hope absence made the heart grow fonder. LOL. Yeah, it kind of did. And then you wrote me and you told me and I knew and I was happy and I'm glad you're okay. It's weird not seeing some of you that are regulars not here. It's like, hey, did they get the memo too? Are they not believing in GoofOn anymore? Where'd everybody go? You know what it is? People are just tired of the same routine. That's all. David Wilcox, thank you, man. That's like top notch. Appreciate it. Again, you're like one of the biggest supporters ever on GoofOn. So thanks, man. And welcome to the show. All right. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I did a lot of talking, got a lot of show to do. Alfie, Joe, Bob, Tim Freestone, Moonlicht. I don't know if I said it. I'll say it again. Welcome to the show, everybody. All right. Who else? And Derek Faulkner with an L. Faulkner. Oh, Ryan Nelson. Jump. There we go. So I wanted to start today's show off with some good news. There's been an arrest made 27 years after Tupac Shakur was shot dead in the street. They now have in custody somebody I don't know. I just saw the article and I was like, wow, they found the guy who shot Tupac and Biggie. Well, Tupac anyway. That sucked. Can you imagine? That would have been great if Tupac would have still been around. You know, it's not my music. You know what I mean? But I don't mind good rap music or pop or whatever he did. Pop. It wasn't Michael Jackson, that's for sure. Even Michael Jackson's dead. Michael Jackson's dead. Soon will be dead. Oh, what's the world gonna do? Stop spinning? No. It's going to keep on going, just like ufology will. Even, and what I'm considering now, the burn down stage of ufology. I think ufology is literally in shambles. I think it's very confusing for a lot of people out there, not sure what to believe. We've got mummy fakes that are coming out as real in Mexico. We've got aliens that are attacking people in Peru, allegedly. Similar things were happening, 8 to 10 foot tall aliens showing up in Las Vegas earlier this year. And reports that, well, UFOs have been shot at and Jeremy Corbell may have some evidence. I don't need it. I believe you. I believe that we shot at UFOs. I don't need proof. Do you need proof? Does anybody need proof? No, we know. I don't consider that news, but there's not much going on. But Corbell says, I have documentation or something or another. That's interesting. Fine. You know, tell me something I don't know. But ufology is in a very confusing. I think this is what Elizondo imagined burning down ufology would be like. You know, just start from scratch, start in a year. He wanted to start in 2004. We'll start with the Nimitz incident. Everything before that is irrelevant at this point. We're going to start with the Nimitz. When he said that, I knew there was a problem. You don't dismiss the other 50 years. What are you doing? That's evidence. Whether you like it or not, it's evidence. You don't dismiss it. You use it with your new evidence and you try to figure shit out. See, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. Sorry, it's coming. It's coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, blue.
I'm not a UFO guy. I'm not a ufologist. I never have been. I never will be. I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the UFO community.
Just a little reminder. That's what we do. We remind people of what Lou said and did and never did and do. Johnny D throwing down $2 super chat saying, hi there, Goofon. How you doing? I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. Living large, man. How are you? Good. Great to hear. Thank you. Johnny D throwing down $2 super chat saying hello as a continuing supporter of Goofon. Thank you, Johnny D. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every little bit helps. It all goes back into the show. You know it does. Doesn't it? It does. Yeah, it does. It does. Hold on. Seriously, I am. Never mind. All right. Let me play this real quick. Oh, nah, I'm not. Let me show you this. This is so amazing. I'm going to show you what it looks like on radar, what the Starlink shows up as. All right, here you go. That's how many Starlink satellites are flying over around the world right now. You know there's going to be 40,000 of them, right? 40,000. And you know what's going to happen over time? Some of them are going to fall out of the sky. And one of them will probably land on a house, a car, maybe even, sadly to say, a mall. It's disgusting. We're not going to be able to leave the planet. We're talking about leaving, and we have all this shit in orbit. And there's no way out. Well, there is, but now it's like we got to do it at exactly 3:09, Johnson. If we don't do it at 3:09, we're going to get crushed by 17 satellites. You know, it's like they're going 17,500 miles an hour. You got to shoot a rocket up going 17,000 miles an hour into that mess. I know. I know. I know. All right. A little reminder. Yesterday I played part of this. Yeah, that's why I stopped it. Okay. Never mind. Jurassic erased. Never happened. I was watching some old Goofon. Man. So much has happened over the last 3 years. You know, in October 19th will be Goofon's 4-year anniversary. And not having a party or anything. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll, you know what we'll do? We'll have a 4-year survival party. That's what we'll do. Goofon. So I survived 4 years as Goofon on YouTube. Shadow ban and all. All right. Some of you yesterday were really excited about a UFO video I played. And I had a few emails. People telling me that this UFO video is real. And I think it is too. check it out. I'm going to play this again. I showed this yesterday. It's really unbelievable, this video. Some people don't believe it to this day. I don't know why. But I think it's real, and here's the story. Oh, let me turn up the volume. That was smart. Look at me catching that. I never catch that stuff.
William. William.
Recorded in 2007, the video was captured by a Costa Rican carpenter named Marvin Badia. He was at work at the time when a strange buzzing sound suddenly caught his attention. Much to his shock, he saw a saucer-shaped object flying in the air not far from him. He grabbed his camera and immediately began filming.
William, William.
You know, it even looks like the UFO wobbles a little bit. I'm going to show you in slow motion here. It's a pretty cool video. I like it.
According to Badia, the object was about the size of a large tractor wheel, not large enough to hold a person. However, experts have suggested that it could have been some sort of probe or drone that was piloted remotely. When Badia turned away briefly to call out his colleague, the saucer flew away. His colleague never saw the object but stated that Badia was excited about the incident.
And you know, the video shake, and when he's holding it up and he calls over to his friend and he just moves the phone off of the UFO, and I'm like, what? But it makes sense, you know? And any way you turn your, like if you're driving down the road and you look left, you're going to pull the wheel left. You know, most likely if you're not a good driver. You look right, you're going to pull the wheel right. You know, you have to be conscious about that stuff. Same thing with the camera. So that tells me that this is even more real than I can imagine, because everything seems to be exactly as described. And I'm surprised this video is still up on the internet, because I think it's real. I don't think it's ever been proved as a fake. But when you take everything into consideration, I don't know. I think it's real.
As the clip was recorded on an old Motorola phone, the footage is low quality. However, this also means that it would have been difficult to manipulate. Luckily, Redditor Disaster Big has shared a slow-motion stabilized version of the video.
You can see the undercarriage spinning. A lot of scientists, astrophysicists, whatever, they think, because it's been documented from previous stories of ancient history in the past, that they used liquid mercury. And liquid mercury, if spun at a very fast rate, creates a magnetic field of some sort. Some maybe energy or, you know, whatever. But that is not fake. I mean, that's a legitimate scientific fact, that if you spin mercury at a very fast rate, it creates a field. Now you're going to see this object turn on its side and move sideways. Like, I mean, this is just unreal. If there's anybody or anything inside of this vehicle, being that it's only the size of a tractor tire, it looks bigger than that to me, but I'll take the guy's word for it. Maybe it's drone technology that aliens or whatever species that's here invented and able to go anywhere they want. And they just happen maybe to just go here. They just park it over there for a minute, Ollie. And they park it over there. Next thing you know, they're being recorded. Oh, shit, we're being recorded. Damn it. Ollie. Sorry, Zick. Zick and Ollie. Watch.
Here we get a clearer view of the object. It appears to be dark grey in colour, and the outer edge seems to be rotating. Note that this footage was captured back in 2007, well before drones were widely available to consumers.
Which is true. Look at that. Oh, wow,
There have
that's
been
so
many
bizarre.
clips over the years that claim to show
it's
spacecraft
spinning?
from other planets. However, many consider this footage to be some of the most compelling.
Look at it, wobbling, about to turn on its side.
So what do you think? Does this video really show an alien craft? We'll leave that up
Sideways. Look at that. Sideways moving.
to you to decide.
Ah, you monkey's uncle.
Footage to be some of the most compelling. So what do you think? Does this video really show an alien craft? We'll leave that up to you.
The weird thing is, you see this? That indent right here? I recorded an object, and I think I have the video available. And I saw it. I thought it was about a mile away from me. And I recorded this disc-shaped object wobbling like this. The video quality is terrible. It's really bad. But the object went up like this at an angle, right? And it seemed to just be wobbling. Then it went down, right? And then it went up. And as it went up, I got to see the side of it. And it looked exactly like the inside of what we see here. That indent. And man, there was a dome on it and everything. When I pause mine, it looks just, it's pretty similar. You'll see the video someday. So about the videos, if tomorrow or tonight I don't get them up and running, then I don't know what to say. I'm going to have to buy something else. I just don't understand why this capture card, that now the second one I purchased because they said the first one didn't work. This one is doing something different. And now I can't find the instruction booklet. Still to this day, I looked everywhere. I don't know where it is. But tomorrow's do or die day. I'm excited because I'm going to figure it out, I think. One way or the other. So expect that tomorrow. If it doesn't happen, I'd be surprised. I know, you think it's easy. Just go online, Google it, get the instruction booklet. That it's not as simple as that. All right. James Fox. See, James Fox and Corbell and anybody else out there that holds on to evidence for a documentary or for a town meeting or a convention or UFO con. Oh, same thing. I don't like that. I don't like that play. Oh, what's this? Moonlick, $2.22. Rich, does that leave room for the Chinese? Oh, I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Probably does. Moonlick throwing down $2.22. A continuing supporter of Goof On. The Chinese are light years ahead of us in drone technology. Our own government said that verbatim. Light years ahead. That's scary. Moonlick, thank you very much. Can't rule them out. Ever. You can't rule anything out. That's the beauty of ufology. Everybody's right and everyone's wrong. And people also lie. So you got three things in ufology: the truth, the lie, and the hoax. No, that's not right. That's only two things, because a lie is a hoax. So I debunked myself right there. Well, James Fox says he's gathered information from witnesses and feeding it to Senate intel. He is trying to reveal and find the high-resolution satellite UFO data and any imagery of UFOs. Yeah. Corbell already tried it. The Cousins brothers tried it. Hidden Underbelly probably tried it. Why does James Fox think he's special? I don't know, but here he is talking about it.
What do you think that big step would have to be?
Well, so I've been particularly going after the classified high resolution photographic overhead, like satellite data, all the imageries that we have in our possession, according to all the people that I've met with that have been part of the UAP task force. Where is it? Who has the authority to release it? That's the evidence, and the fact that NASA is conducting an investigation into the phenomenon and they're not doing it with classified information is setting themselves up to fail. So I'm trying.
Oh, so James Fox is going to do it. They'll just give it to him. What an ego. Can't blame the guy for trying. Let him try it. Hey, you never know. He may get lucky and get some information or some data. Not. So cute. Isn't he adorable? You just want to put him in your coat pocket and walk around with him. Kind of like maybe he'll poke his head out and somebody will notice it and go, "Oh my God, is that a little fox?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, that's Jimmy Fox. We call him James, but we call him Jimmy. It's Jimmy Fox." "Oh, Jimmy Fox, you're so cute. What's he holding up?" He's holding up a camera. He's probably videotaping this whole thing. He's a documentary. He's a documentarian. Damn it, I messed it up. Urgh. Not supposed to mess it up. He's a documentarian. What does that mean? He makes documentaries about UFOs. That is so cute. What do they call him? Well, we call him Jimmy Fox. Oh, little Jimmy Fox. He's a cute one. Actually, he's not. We thought he was the ugliest one, is why we chose him. Kind of the runt of the litter. Check this out. It's a UFO sighting. Do you think this is real or fake? Remember, this is from World War III on X. Most likely, it's not what you think he says it is. Look at, now I'm showing you a fake, just so you understand. See the difference? Can you tell the difference? The shake doesn't match. It looks fake. There's music. Sound of a jet. That makes no sense. Oh, there it is. Fly away, little UFO. Fly away. Look out for the F-13s. 16s. F-16. 18s. F-18. See. Oh, look, they're gaining speed. Oh, here comes another one. Oh, there's going to be World War III. Look, they don't give a shit. They're just casually floating by. Flotillas, ovnis, UFOs. They don't give a shit. What happened to the jets? You forget about them? Where are they? Oh, they went the other way. I guess they're not following them anymore. I guess those jets got disinterested in the 3 UFO discs that they were supposedly going after. That's so fake. I hate that channel. That X channel, World War III, all fake. But I have to show you so we learn together. All right, speaking of learning. Nasshole astronaut Gordon Cooper. Some of you like Gordon Cooper. I don't like him. I don't like the guy. There's something off about this guy. And I'm not talking about the way he started talking when he got older. It's just that we've seen them. And they were out in the sky. And they were flying. Something happened to Gordon Cooper. He had his mind erased. And they implanted something similar to a Gordon Cooper. This isn't the Gordon Cooper that could have went up in that Could it be? Is he the one? He's the one that went in space? This guy? Watch.
And they went out, picked up their cameras, and moved on out toward him filming. And
he sounds like Christopher Bledsoe. Well, for Christ's sakes, if you go up there to the north, you might see, Santa or something, or maybe, we just call him Santa, but we really mean E.T. You know what I mean? Yes, Gordon.
He lifted off, put the gear back in the well, and climbed out at a very high rate of speed and disappeared.
Cooper had the film footage of the strange craft.
He had the film footage, but oh, so darn it slipped out of his fingers and into the hands of an FBI agent. How does that happen, I wonder?
Developed. By the time it returned from processing, he had gone up through the ranks to report the incident.
Finally, with the colonel telling me to, when the film arrived at my desk, to put it in the carrier pouch. There would be a courier there at my office by that time already, and they'd arranged for him to fly in our base airplane back to Washington with these films.
I just figured out who he is. It's Forrest Gump. He is Forrest Gump.
Did you watch the film?
We didn't have a chance to run it. I had
We didn't have a chance to run it.
Chance to hold it up to the window and look at it.
Just held it up to the window, had a nice look at it. Gordon Cooper. Yeah, the story's probably real. I don't know about him, though. I think it just doesn't sound credible.
Certainly good film.
After the development.
But he looks like he's telling the truth. And I don't know if that's because he's on medication or his mind is a little worn out from all the years of space play and old age. But that's not the Gordon Cooper I'd send into space right there. The guy has no emotions. I guess you would want to send a robot into space. Nah, something about him that bothers me. Hey, look, I bother him. It's a two-way street. So, interesting and good news. To keep this field from burning down, we need to come together, right? We need to pool all of our evidence, all of our stories, everything together. NASA, you got to be kidding me. Now that story's not here. Look, I can't pull it up. Holy shit. Page not found, 404. Why? Something's going on. Okay, I can't play that. Huh. I can't play it. Well, I'm going to show you this then. So this is from We're Not Alone. Would NASA and the DOD, if they have evidence for it, hide from the people that Earth is slowly being invaded? What do you think about that, by the way? Do you think we are being slowly invaded? Do you remember last Friday? Oh yeah, today's Friday. We're not doing the roundtable tonight. Next Friday. But every other week I'm doing it. But when that Agro guy, or Argo, was on the show, he was saying that you wouldn't even know it if these people were next to you. They look just like us now. Yes, they may have more of a clear skin and maybe not as hairy, but generally, if they were sitting on the bus next to you, you wouldn't be worried about them. You would be like, that guy's got clean skin. Emotionless, clean skin. That sounds like me in public. Oh, this is going to be gone very soon. Yeah, this is temporary. I hate it. Hate it. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about my beard. So, NASA is not going to tell us the truth. I don't care what Bill Nelson says. He said there's different parts of NASA. And I'm going to make sure that the UFO department is 100% transparent. And I give you my word. He's going to retire soon. In a year, Bill Nelson won't even be around. And it's going to go into the hands of somebody else. And what do you think is going to happen? Well, for some reason, we don't have funding no more. Gee, I wonder why. That new guy came in under the new administration, didn't think we needed the money for UFO and alien research. So we're not looking into UFOs and aliens anymore? Not NASA. We can't. Wouldn't that be weird if that happened? After Bill Nelson just told us they're going to be transparent and help the government and everything find alien life. Yeah.
Being invaded right now. And they are taking children as well as adults.
Mencken, a brilliant technical writer who's worked for Boeing and NASA, has spent much of his life gathering evidence of alien abductions. Among the most disturbing, dozens of drawings by a young Texas girl named Ariel.
This is Ariel. Here's an alien. Here's an alien baby. Now we have a drawing of aliens coming to get her as she actually sees them landing.
I remember
as she's
by a young Texas girl named Ariel.
This is Ariel. Here's an alien. Here's an alien baby. Now we have.
You see? You see it? Whoops. Ah, Richie. 4 aliens, 3 adult size, 1 child size. Well, if you're going by just the sizes we're seeing. And then if you look up top, you got 4 windowed craft. It's amazing. 4 and 4. Something psychological going on with the number 4. Oh, yeah, 4 plus 4. Ariel's 8. Do you see the message? No, that's not it. But, you know, it's nice and cute and everything. You know, a couple of Chinese people coming in to her room late at night. Yeah, that doesn't bode well with me. I don't like that.
We have a drawing of aliens coming to get her as she actually sees them landing.
Oh, those are aliens. Oh, I thought they were Chinese people. I'm sorry.
Remember this light? It was in the sky, but
9-year-old Ariel first began drawing aliens 5 years ago.
They're like this with these wide eyes, like that. They have really small noses, mouths, but they don't talk.
We didn't talk.
Yeah, they talk through their mind.
Here, Ariel has tried to illustrate this telepathic communication. She has also drawn pictures of herself strapped down on an examination table, aliens coming for her brother, and herself.
Hold on. Something scary. They chopped her hands off. Ah! Ah! Oh my God, look at the bloody hand over here. They chopped her hands off. Oh my! Now she can't pick her nose. Her nose is gone. Ah!
Examination table, aliens coming for her brother, and herself playing with little alien babies. What did her mother think of these drawings?
I felt afraid. I felt like this is more real to me now than ever.
More.
Maybe it's the way they're presenting this story. You know, there was hardly any build up to it. They just got into this 8-9-year-old girl saying, here's Ariel. She draws aliens because she sees them and is abducted by them. And then they get right into it, and then they go, hey, Ma, what do you think about your daughter drawing these aliens? Oh, my. Oh, Archie. Oh, I was so scared. It made it more real. Please. Where's the evidence, lady? Your daughter still has her hands.
More real.
Notice this. Notice that the mother's holding on to her own hands. She knows the truth. She's acting like she doesn't know, but she knows they're coming for our hands.
Because Joni says...
Remember Hands Across America in 1986? I do.
She, too, has been frequently abducted by aliens.
Okay. We figured it out. She, too, has been abducted by aliens. And the story continues with little Anjali. I'm sorry, little Ariel. Funny, the name starts with an A. That's the next generation Anjali we're looking at right there. You see? What the mother should have said was, why do you think you're being abducted? What are you talking about? No such thing, kid. You're dreaming it. That's what you tell an 8-year-old. You don't tell an 8-year-old, hey, me too. Now, maybe if she was 9. I'm sorry, she is 9. Oh, I meant to say, wait until they're 10. Once the child's 10, all bets are off. But as a 9-year-old? Nah. I wouldn't believe it. I think she's feeding off what the mother is saying. See, the mother probably had a private conversation with somebody, and the daughter was supposed to be asleep, but she didn't go to sleep. She wanted to know what was so important that a doctor friend was coming over at 10 o'clock at night to hypnotize my mommy. And she went to the door and listened. And she heard her mother say, they come for me when I'm sleeping in the middle of the night. They chop my hands off. You know, and now the daughter is like, me too. And oh, my hands. That's how the apple stays close to the tree when it comes to an abductee child. Look, shit. Is the kid being abducted? Most likely. Is the mother being abducted? Yeah. So why are you being so negative? I don't trust kids. Kids are sneaky. Kids lie. Don't you ever watch House? Don't you have kids? That's all they do is lie. Every second of the day. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's why I don't have any.
Also, this may sound crazy, but I also have memories of having a baby and having this baby removed from me.
As a creepy screaming in the background sounds like a baby being murdered. Listen to that. Listen.
Having this baby removed from me. Being taken.
The hell was that? And this baby's being taken from me. Listen to that.
And having this baby removed from me.
That's a cat being disturbed, right? Like somebody went up to the cat and went...
Being taken. More than once.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
So what's going on? It's a mystery only science can resolve and yet remains largely unexamined. What we do know is that there are as many as 3 million Americans who say they've encountered aliens. And among hardcore believers, one frightening theory comes up over and over again about these visits.
What the aliens are planning to do is put their own race on our planet. So their process now is to create that race that uses some human genes mixed with their genes.
Where do you get these stories from? Yeah, they're going to infiltrate our planet, one alien at a year. Where are they after all this time? They should be a little more abundant. We should be able to point them out a little easily. A little easily? A little easier. A little easily? Shermer. Leader Shermer. I can't watch this anymore. That's enough. That's enough. Ufology is on shaky ground right now. It is. It definitely is. Look, they're trying to get these whistleblowers to come forward. And they're having issues, right? These 30 so-called whistleblowers have given their testimony privately. And now, when is the next, didn't they already have it? A closed-door hearing? They just had that closed-door hearing this week, right? Well, the longer you stay in this field, the more things stay the same. Just like this Edgar Cayce prediction. Do you remember the prophet Edgar Cayce? He predicted World War II, got it right, but only hinted at World War III. He hinted that World War III might be influenced by supernatural forces that are active in the affairs of nations and peoples. What did he mean when he said, out of Russia will come the hope of the world? Oh my God. I'm telling you, if I wanted to take the Fantasyland road that Rose Cuckold took, and that a lot of people on that side of ufology are taking, you would want to say that disclosure is going to happen within 12 to 18 months. I understand why the uninformed, the gullible would say that. I understand why Rose Cuckold would say that. It's irresponsible, but I understand it because she thinks, because there's a war going on and that Werner von Braun said there's going to be a false flag alien invasion and that something special is going to come out of Russia. Oh, you tie it all together and you've got beep, 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 disclosure. I see why. I get it. It's cute. Why don't you just use the Bible as a guide? Yeah, you're going to get the same exact results. Zero. Nada. Zip. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, things have been delayed a little bit. See, after the 18 months is over, Rose Cuckold will be on either on the way out of ufology or a big, is it scoundrel? What is it? A big scam? Something will come out about her. Because at the end of 18 months, Rose Cuckold will have nothing to stand on. Because there won't be disclosure. And then what is Rose Cuckold going to say? Well, there was pushback. Oh, no, you said there was going to be. Well, I didn't see this coming. Exactly. But yet you made that prediction on your own. No, there were some deciding factors. People are saying a disclosure is going to have. Oh, okay. People are saying. Who? Greer, Corbell, Jay Stratton. Edgar Cayce gave 29 readings from 1921 to 1944. They've been grouped together as World Affairs readings. these readings twice mention that out of Russia will come the hope of the world. And we have recently noticed that some online posters are claiming that this is hope is tied to a specific person, but rather than referring to an individual, the readings seem to indicate the spirit of the nation. The first statement, given in 1932, specifically mentions Russia's gradual religious development. The second, given in 1944, seems to suggest that it is rather the concern of the Russian people to follow. I'm sorry, let me start over. It seems to suggest that rather the concern of the Russian people for their fellow man, that is the basis for this hope. There is also suggestion that an equitable partnership between Russia and the United States could become beneficial for both as Russia possesses more raw resources than any other nation, and the U.S. has better abilities to develop those resources. So let's be friends with Russia and capitalize off whatever they have and what we can make out of it. That sounds like it's all about money. Again, follow the money, follow the source. Unbelievable. I'm not going to read all that. All these Casey readings. You know? Listen to this. Listen to Casey. Listen. It has been indicated through this channel that much might be given regarding what the vibrations of nations as individuals might mean. You will give such information concerning these vibrations and their relations to the spirit of the various nations, particularly in connection with the 7 sins and 12 virtues in the human family, which will be helpful to us as an organization and as individuals in our attempt to be channels of blessing to our fellow man. You will then answer the question, which may be submitted, as I asked them. The future is still in flux. While Casey's predictions were based on the current conditions, individuals could assert their will and change what might happen. The readings were Russia. Where Russia is mentioned, do not mention an individual, a definite outcome, nor a time frame. It is important to remember that all of us collectively, with our thoughts and actions, create the future. And as Casey said, begins with peace itself. Agush. All over predictions for World War III. Let's see. This says the worst asshole from science. Wait, what? The new scientific revolution of anomalous phenomena. Tim Gallaudet. The Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies is excited to release our keynote talk from this year's Anomalous Aerospace Phenomena Conference with Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet. Oh no. Hey, let me play this. Listen to this guy. This is one of the worst people in ufology. Speaking, you'll see. Right here. The worst. Alejandro Rojas.
It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. I
mean, does that sound exciting to you? I want to get my next speaker. I mean, give me he sounds like
been very
no excitement. These people are so bad.
Excited that our keynote speaker here has taken an interest in this topic. His insight has been invaluable, but the talk will be the new scientific revolution of anomalous phenomena. And to tell you a little bit about him, he's a retired Rear Admiral. Tim Gallaudet also holds a PhD in oceanography from 2017 to 2019.
By the way, you're looking at a guy right here that completely hates white people. He said it. I heard him say it. This is why I hate white people, he said when he met me. And he walked away and I heard him say it. He hates white people. Just remember that. Alejandro Rojas, racist of white people. And that's Open Minds. Yeah, that's Open Minds podcast. Yeah, that was the guy. That guy has screwed over so many people in this field. It's amazing he still even speaks. And that is a guy who said, what was I saying? Alejandro Rojas. He was the guy who also said disclosure is going to come in 6 months, going to come in a year. You know, this guy's total bullshitter. Everybody knows it. And that's why they went from the top of the food chain to the bottom because of him. Everybody I've talked about, that I rib, that I call out, they're all really assholes. I'm not joking. They really are. They lie. They just don't know how to not lie. Everybody that I met, pretty much, you know, like that's like him. They've all got their own little agenda to make money. Alejandro Rojas got in tight with MUFON and was doing MUFON stuff and having this MUFON con or something happening. I can't remember what it was. But at the time, I was doing my show, the AZ UFO show. And that's kind of when I ran into him and called him out on a few things. And I came up with, not original, but it was UFO Jeopardy. And we played a game, UFO Jeopardy, and it worked. It was fun. And he went on another podcast talking about how I am making fun of ufology, how I'm terrible, and how I am playing games, and that I did this UFO Jeopardy, which was the dumbest thing he said he ever saw. 2 months later, at the MUFON con that he was hosting, you'll never guess what game came out on stage. UFO Jeopardy. That's who Alejandro Rojas is. Just like Stephen Cambion. Scambion. They take all the other stuff, all the information that everybody gives them, don't give anybody credit, and say you found it and researched everything. That's what these guys do. They're frauds. The biggest. And of course, back then, we were doing things that nobody else was doing. And of course, people tried them out because they were fun. And you couldn't even see the show. Couldn't even see it. How did we do that back then? So this UFO appears in the sky over Nevada in 2011. It looks like an airplane, but it's not an airplane, according to Hoaxer channel. But this one on the Hoaxer channel, World War III, this is unique anyway. I don't know what this is. This looks like an experimental craft. I've never seen this before. And I am excited to show this to you because this is legit. Even though it's on a Hoaxer channel. He said, Remember, it looks like a plane, but it's not. But it flies like a plane. Hey, if it looks like a duck and acts like a duck, it's a duck, right? This looks like an airplane to me. Just a weird design. And it's going the direction it should be. It looks like a glider. That's what it looks like, a glider of some kind. Yeah, interesting, right? I don't see any big engines. This could be some sort of glider. It's got some sort of cone on the end, probably for radar and instruments. This is probably an airplane that has been modified. Look at this. It looks like this airplane has been modified. Or it's fake. It looks real. Oh, we're even closer. Wow. Gulf breeze, December. Wow. You know, I don't know how far away Gulf breeze is from where I live. I think it's 14 hours. I'm going to find out. We got a few PayPal supporters that came in. I want to thank, who is this? Oh, Stars and Night Vision. Hey, thank you very much. It's $5 and change. Thank you so much for that kind of support. That's unbelievable. Thank you. Very nice of you. Seriously, thank you. Keep up the good work, Rich. Cheers. Stars and Night Vision. Thank you so much. That is an awesome, awesome surprise. And really, thank you. And here's another one. From All Things Good. $12. At Gush. I love that message. That's it, man. That's pure love on PayPal as well. Thank you for that. All Things Good. Man, you guys are unbelievable. Wow, what a night. Thank you for that kind of support. It's well needed. Definitely needed. Thank you on that. Man, you guys are unbelievable. Jeanette, when did this come in? 30 minutes ago. £5, £5 super dono of all things. A 3-heart dono. Beautifully done. Snuck that right in there. Didn't even see it. Angel, the angel of Gufon. Jeanette, thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. Jeanette, a continuing supporter of Gufon as well. Thank you for that. That surprised me too. Yes and no. I didn't see it, that's why. Thank you guys. Man, that's awesome. And you can help support same way. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. I just wanted to say it. I never said it more than twice in a show. That was the first time. Just being that way tonight. It's my world. I'm not even living in it. Anyway, that was a really interesting sighting we just looked at, by the way. All right, this is amazing. Check this out. Strange death of goats and sheep in Atletico, Mexico. It's at Tambola Village. At least 9 animals appeared dead in a strange way, without blood, 2 holes in their necks, like a vampire, sucked it right out of them. One of them was found decapitated. Sounds like animal mutilation, bloodsuckers. See, these aliens, there's no pictures either. Nothing. Nothing. But, oh, yeah, I won't be able to show that. They did show one. Oh, wow, here's some more. Oh, no, I can't show this, but, oh, there really is. The head is removed. Oh, sheesh. But then it looks like one of the sheep's, their legs are tied. Oh, these are people. These aren't aliens. They saw the animals alive in the morning, and in the afternoon, they were already dead. Their feet and their hooves and their legs are bound together. Oh, that's pretty disgusting. And they're all contorted like they were dropped out of an airplane or something and landed. And they're all, like their back's broken. Oh, what a horrible way to... Oh, these poor animals. And the holes in the necks, they're like huge. They're like the thickness of a pencil or a Sharpie. A Sharpie. That's why I said it. They're pretty thick. The Sharpie's about as thick as, a knuckle or a pinky, almost. 2/3. I don't know. Close enough. I am getting all wing-tipped out. Hold on a second. Oh my God. I'm looking at something Fessler posted. It's a Lou Elizondo interview on, I'm going to play it because Kurt doesn't mind. From Theories of Everything. Listen to this. I meant to play this anyway. We'll listen to it. So, if the NHI was all rainbows, unicorns, and glitter, according to Fessler, statements like these would never have been made by Lou. For those who think otherwise, perhaps it's time to get your head out of the sand. So, wait a second. What? Wait a second. I want to make sure I read that right. Oh, you. How could that even happen? So Lou Elizondo is making a statement pertaining to people thinking that non-human intelligence beings are all unicorns and glitters and rainbows. So Lou is giving us some sort of warning about making contact, I'm assuming. Let's listen. Lou. This can't be any good. Let's listen to the bullooery of Lou.
What do you believe to be the primary reason?
Come on, Lou. You know everything.
For lack of transparency.
Yeah, I'm a little more practical and probably a little bit more less optimistic for our species on this particular question. What if there was knowledge, Kurt, that was so volatile, so earth-shattering, that the mere knowledge of that getting out could predicate an action that could potentially threaten the entire species?
So Lou is saying what it sounds like so far, that what if there was some sort of knowledge that wasn't given to the public about the aliens that was so vile, so bad that we couldn't show or talk about it, couldn't even mention it. Can't mention it to the humans. Let me ask you this. Why? Why? What are the aliens doing, Lou? I want to know why, and I want to hear it in this next sentence. I want to hear him say why. But he just said, I'll back it up to a few seconds. Go.
Knowledge of that getting out could predicate an action that could potentially threaten the entire species. Now, what do I mean by that? For just a moment, take off the scientific hat, take off your humanitarian hat, take off your philanthropic hat, and put on a hat of national security. We just talked about the fact that there's no indication that these things have been here to help us. Okay, so there's really only three possibilities: they're benign, or if you will, benevolent, or two, they are malevolent, they're here to hurt us, or three, they're just here to observe us, and they're capable of doing both good and bad like us. Well, if you were to put on your national security hat for a second, let's say you're a general from the 1950s or 60s, and your job is to protect America and all things good and great, and the height of the Cold War, and you've got the Soviet bear across there.
Oh, get to the point.
Things are pretty tough, right? And nuclear proliferation is a real thing. Now, you have information that there is something here that can outperform anything you have. And really, anything you have is rather ineffective from a national security perspective. And there's a thing out there, and it doesn't show that it's being benevolent. So it's only one of two other options: either malevolent or it's like us. And we see this very careful ISR surveillance of our nuclear equities. It's interested in nuclear equities. Well,
wait a second. He just said that they're showing that they're malevolent. He just said that they're not showing they're benevolent, that they're malevolent. Right? Isn't he saying that they're dangerous? Where did he come up with that? Why? I got to go back and listen to that. That makes no sense. I remember hearing this a while back. I do.
You have information that there is something here that can outperform anything you have. And really, anything you have is rather ineffective from a national security perspective. And there's a thing out there, and it doesn't show that it's being benevolent. So it's only one of two other options.
It doesn't show that it's being benevolent? So it's showing that it's being malevolent? Malevolent? So it's showing that they're a danger? Where? How did he jump that line? Just because they're not showing, they're not saying, we love you, we're here to help you. But they didn't show it malevolent either. But if you're putting on your national defense baseball cap, then you would see them as a threat because you don't have anything that can stop them. You don't have any airplanes that can follow them. You don't have anything that can keep up with these things. So, because they haven't said, hello, we want to make love to you, we're automatically thinking they're malevolent and that eventually they're going to annihilate us. So, they're a threat in the eyes of the defense. Capiche? No, not at all. I don't know how you made that jump. But it's an interesting jump, Lou. See what he did? He did it, and nobody even caught it. He just went right over it.
Information that there is something here.
Listen.
That can outperform anything you have. And really, anything you have is rather ineffective from a national security perspective. And there's a thing out there, and it doesn't show that it's being benevolent. So it's only one of two other options: either malevolent or it's like us. And
or it can still show you that it's benevolent.
See this very careful ISR surveillance of our nuclear equities. It's interested in nuclear equities. Well, some may look at that as what we call preparation for the battlefield. Okay, and let's just say hypothetically, there's a 10% chance. U.S. has a 10% chance that these things are bad, or one day they're going to come here in force, and they're looking at us, right? Remember, you're putting on your national security hat, so forget about everything else for a moment. Your job is to be paranoid, and there's a small remote chance that these things are not good, and maybe there is a plan for these things at some point to come in force in 50 years from now. And if the mere fact you have this conversation with the American people, what's going to happen? Well, the American people are going to start getting prepared. Well, I can tell you in real life combat situations, when we send in long range surveillance LURS teams, behind enemy lines, the moment the enemy finds out that we know, that they know we're there, the element of surprise is over. And
true, but we're talking about aliens. We're not talking about humans, Lou. You're talking about aliens. They said they're going to be back in 50 years. Absolutely, you tell us. If our government knew that aliens were going to come back in greater numbers and they didn't tell us and we didn't prepare for it as civilians, humans, humanity, don't we get a fighting chance? But Rich, you don't understand. If we tell the public this, when it gets to that 49th and a half year, people with 6 months to go, maybe a year to go, are going to be freaking out. And you know what? You may have saved humanity by telling us that. Why does everything that the government thinks is negative? Why does everything always have to be a negative? Because Lou said it. They have to be paranoid at all times. And that's what they do in ufology. They create the paranoia, the imaginary threat, and that gets us funding to the black budget programs. Illegally, but they do. The money filters somehow, some way. Hey, look, the government's going to figure it out one way or the other, how to get the money, whether they selling drugs by using Tic Tacs to fund a war, or they use them now again to create a false flag alien invasion in 50 years. I know Lou was just throwing down an example, but you have to tell us to give us a fighting chance. And we will work, and we will go to work, and we will create a life for our family, because as humans do, we live on hope. We live on dreams. We live on the things that we want. That's what motivates us. Stuff, family, future, togetherness, humanity, the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Can you do that? Can you do it with aliens? Lou lives in a world of paranoia. That's the world the government lives in. Police, anybody's a first responder. They live in that paranoid world because they see it. And it scares the shit out of them. Because someday they could be in that car accident, that plane crash, that train derailment, that accidental nuclear explosion. Lou's right and Lou is wrong. Because nobody knows how the public is going to react. If we found out that aliens were coming to kill us in 50 years, don't you think we have a right to know that? I do. I would want to know that. If that's what these whistleblowers are trying to get to, if that's the goal, to tell us of an apparent attack on the civilization, I think we should know about that. But nobody's mentioning that. Not one whistleblower has ever come out and said that I know of. So it's off the table. It's non-existent. It's a made-up threat. The fact that nobody ever mentions it should tell us something. Nobody. Abductees don't mention it. Yeah, I know. There's people out there that are saying they're having dreams of an apocalyptic event that's happening soon. Maybe within 27 or 29, but it's coming. How many times have I heard that in the last 20 years? Every single year, somebody's coming up with a new death date. Jesus, I got a death date for myself. 3/8/36. That's my death date. All right, let's listen to more Lou lies.
So ultimately, hypothetically imagine a scenario where maybe we had 50 years to prepare for something, but now that the cat's out of the bag, that existential action will happen tomorrow. And by the way, we're not ready for it. We're not prepared for it. We don't have a countermeasure. We don't have
We're not ready for it. If it happens tomorrow, but if you don't tell us about it, we won't be ready in 50 years. At least we'll have a fighting chance. Even if it's one day.
A capability to counter this. And so from a very real perspective, a national security perspective, the mere fact that you are acknowledging the existence of something may predicate an action or an act that you're not prepared to have right now. And so I encourage you and your listeners to just for a moment, I'm not asking you to be a national security person, but I'm asking you to suspend your personal beliefs right now for just a moment and put yourself in somebody else's shoes who does feel that way, right? Now, what do? If the mere fact of talking about this could potentially cause a reaction that you're not ready for as a country, as a civilization, right? Maybe that's the reason why you decide to only brief certain presidents who have a background in intelligence. Maybe they were former directors of CIA, but the other presidents who are career politicians will be, they're here today, gone in 4 years. Maybe you can't even risk telling them. And so maybe the reason why this has been kept secret so long is actually, in a weird sense, some sort of sense of patriotism by people. Maybe that's how they justify it.
Patriotism. Yeah, tomorrow or Sunday is supposed to be the end of the world, I thought too, right? Tomorrow is the last day of September. Sunday is October 1st. And I remember hearing something about September. I thought it was the 25th, 27th, 29th, 30th, that something was happening. But I'm not so sure about that anymore. But what we can do is the same thing from keeping ufology from burning down. Because it is. This is the worst I've ever seen it. This is the worst. We went from the best to the worst in a year. We really did. I got to play this clip for you. Because I know a lot of people out there believe in this. And I want to play this for those believers. And we'll talk real quick. Because this is what I call the loophole and how people can fill in the blanks with as much woo as possible. Or is it real? Is this guy telling the truth? Are fallen angels in control of America?
These are fallen angel entities over nations, over land, over different areas. These are the things that affect what goes on underneath. These are fallen, by the way. These are not good entities. These are the higher entities that are in league with Satan. Now, I believe that the plumed serpent god is literally Satan himself. So when you consider that we are living on a land, a massive land in the Western Hemisphere, that the ancients all prophesied was going to be the land that was going to lead the world into a worldwide global democracy that was going to be a beacon of light, bringing about all the old religions and schools of the world. That really makes more sense now that we understand that our nation has been revering and worshiping Lucifer.
Kind of right. If you really want to think about it, he's kind of right, isn't he? No, he's not. He's wrong. I thought he was right. All right. It's been a long time. Some of you have been unbelievably jonesing for this. So here you go. Come on, everybody. It's been a minute. What are they? The Crop Circle song from Greg Brown. Giddy up.
What are they? Why are they
What are they? What do they mean? So everything seems to be pretty good, you know, calm. Nobody's coming after us. We don't even have any problems anywhere, right? No drama. Oh, shit.
Anybody seen Richie?
Don't you tell me.
Huh?
Stop it.
I'm
Don't.
gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
He's gonna look. Don't look. Ah, damn it. Oh, goody. He's walking away. Oh, God, that was close. You know how long it's been since Seagal came looking for me? I thought he stopped looking. I thought he caught it was the other guy. That's bullcrap, man. All right. I am pulling up something interesting that I think you need to see. What are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? We're going to take a look at this. Do 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 do. Oh, that's weird. Is this it? Yeah. Oh, that's weird. All right. So a lot of I just want to show you something. So I'm recording this bag in the sky. I called it a crescent-shaped object. But what a lot of people will do, they will lie to you. And they will tell you that they captured a UFO flying near a bag. Or they will say they captured a UFO flying near the mothership. And it would be a video just like this. Watch. No sound. This is my own video, but watch what happens. So I'm recording this bag because, honestly, I thought it was something. Because it stayed this crescent shape, right? And I've never seen anything like a Pac-Man before. But watch what happens. This is when I just got into ufology. Just 2-3 months. I just got the camera 2 nights ago. Oh no, June 27th I got it. Here we go. So I'm recording this, then out of nowhere, boop, that white object comes by. Yeah, there's a little ghosting going on. But, you know, I put this up and I said, trash bag gets visited by particulate. This thing went crazy viral, this video. 100,000 views. It was crazy. Everybody thought this was a UFO. I don't know. To this day, I think it's just particulates. You know, in the sky. But I was recording something strange, and something strange showed up. Look how far away it is. Did you see that? Look how far in the sky it is. It's way the hell up there. Right? And I'm in downtown Phoenix. And this object comes flying by. Right? Now watch how far away it is. It's way up there. That's a 40-story building, so it's pretty high. Interesting, right? But I wouldn't put that up as a UFO, but other people would. See what I mean? That's just something you can't do. Now, oh, let's see what this is. Brilliant pulsing lights. Strange lights I put down. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, I've played this before. This is actually really good. I don't know what this is to this day, but I call these stacked lights because there's one on top of the other. But again, no sound because of the way I have to play it. Yeah, it sucks. I've played this before, but it's still cool. I don't know what it is, but it's weird. They're cubes. They're little cubes, see? And that's how they looked the whole time. They looked like squares. And it was kind of far away, a couple miles, I would say. I'm like pretty zoomed in on it. But that, I mean, come on. What is it? What the fuck is it? Cubes, not dots, right. And they're flashing like airplane lights almost. Yeah, this lasted a couple of minutes. This is the short version. But it's cool, it's right. And then you'll see a plane go by. It's on the tripod. It's just bouncy. I didn't screw it in all the way. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually. And let's see what this one is. Oh, this is part 2 of that, I think. It is. Yeah, take a look. That's when I first saw it, I think. Oh, this is April 27th, 2005. And there's the plane. See it? Look at the plane, though. I mean, 3 lights we could see, but for a second there, kind of looks similar, but side by side, right? See? But the other ones aren't planes, unfortunately. See? It's going sideways. I don't know what it is. It's very strange. I call them stacked lights. But that's the real movement. It's on the tripod. Anyway, pretty wild. Pretty wild stuff. All right, here's the triangle that got over 300,000 views that I think is an airplane. But many people swear that this is a TR-3B. You'll see why. The light configuration doesn't match that of a plane. It kind of does, actually. This is evident as the lights pass by the stars, and the tail end of this object stretches out diagonally while it's moving. It's an illusion. I don't know. Take a look. No sound. For you. Come on. But no blinking lights. Right? Watch. Come on. There was a plane over my head. It's not that one. The thing I'm recording is far away. But that's an airplane, I'm telling you. Nobody wants to believe me. I don't know. It could be a TR-3B. But I've seen planes look just like this. Look, watch. I'll show you something. Look at that top light. See the very top one? That's actually green. You can even see the green coming off of it. Just like this one's red, and it looks like this one's flashing maybe. Nope, nothing's flashing. But these look like these are lights that are recessed into the airplane. Or look, you can see a black triangle outline of it. It's right here. This is the black outline. You can actually see that this is a triangle. This is not an airplane. You can see the triangle shape right here. It's pretty wild. No blinking lights. No FAA blinkers. Going by that star this way. So that would mean the nose of the airplane would be right here and the tail would be here. So what are these lights doing over here? Is this the wing? Is that what that is? This is the wing? Doesn't make sense. Or does it? No flashing lights, though. You need to have them if you're an airplane. Anyway, that's my TR-3B. That got over 300,000 views. Yes, I used to have a YouTube channel called UFO Chronicles of Rich G. Had 10,000 subscribers. And I was just about to get it monetized, and the very next day it was removed. And it said it was removed. Now, with that channel, I have never posted any comments to anybody. All I did was post stuff and leave it. And they removed my channel because they said that there were something about guidelines and bullying. And I'm like, but I didn't do anything. But they removed it. It was a great channel. I had everything on there. You wanted to find something out about UFOs, you went to UFO Chronicles of Rich G or seeingufos.com. That was 2005, 6, and 7. Good times. I am looking for something. Hold on. Humanoid? No. I like this one. I think I have this one ready to go. I'm going to pull this up. What are they? What do they mean? All right. Punches through cloud. Here we go. I played this before, but this is very interesting. Because what you're going to see, and I hope you can see it, you're going to see a cloud that looks like, oh, you can't see me, stupido. You're going to see a cloud that looks like it has an opening, just like this, like a vagine. An object comes out of it, hovers, and then slowly moves in. Yeah, well, you'll see now, but it pops out of this opening. I don't know why this keeps popping up. Go. I know you can't hear it. Sorry. You can see it right there. I'll show it to you. Hold on. See how it opens up there and there? It came out of here like it punched through these clouds. You can see the separation. You know, it's different if you don't have a bigger screen, but I promise you that cloud was punched open. And then there it is. Came right out of that cloud. I'm assuming. I don't know. But now I watch it and it goes against the wind and against the clouds. The clouds are going from left to right, and this thing starts to go the opposite direction as of now. And it might, is it going back down into the hole it came out of? And then it starts picking up speed. But this is the short version, obviously. So if that's a balloon, I got to tell you, it's awfully high. And it's going against the clouds, as you can see. So intelligence, remote control / intelligence. It's just another manic Friday. So tomorrow, I'm going to do everything in my power. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, then it's just not going to happen soon. My goal is to have everything, my very first sighting up by tomorrow. Wish me luck. Thank you very much tonight. We are done. It was an exciting hour and 46 minutes. I had a good time. Hope you did too. Thank you for supporting the show too, by the way. Moderators and super chatters, the best in the business, the best. Honest to God, the best. I can't thank you enough. And newcomers and veterans, thank you very much for mixing it up in the chat, making it exciting. And hopefully we can get back to where we were just 3 months ago. Isn't it weird? Ufology is so weird. And we do it here. Truthology. Truthology for ufology. For you. Couldn't get that out. Be good to each other. Be great to yourself. And alien bless. Have a good weekend.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.